I love living in Thornhill. Look at all the excitement we've had this past year. It started with a by-election, capturing the attention of the province, right in the midst of a bitter cold winter, and a campaign running all female candidates from the major parties. Now, we find ourselves in May, only 3 months since the by-election, and we're right back at it in a general election across Ontario. My love for Thornhill is one of the reasons I'm standing here before you, for my third time. As many of you know, I ran in the 2011 provincial election in Thornhill, and most recently in the 2014 by-election. Together with all of you, my friends and NDP supporters, we worked hard and raised the profile of the NDP in Thornhill to its highest level yet. We have momentum that will serve us well in this election, and I am ready. New Democrats and our leader, Andrea Horwath, have shown that politics can be done differently. Over the last 2 years, Andrea has shown she's the kind of leader who can deliver for people. The other parties may say we don't have a plan, but the truth is, the NDP is the only party that makes sense. But not only are we the party that makes sense, we are the party that gives hope, and I am so proud of this. During the by-election, as I canvassed door to door, I had the opportunity to speak to thousands of residents, and their stories touched me. I remember speaking to a lady at her door. She had just come home from the hospital with her husband, who had been there for 6 weeks after having had a stroke. Now at home, her husband needed home care, and as a senior herself, she was desperate to get him the care that he needed. As we spoke at the door, she began to cry, and it broke my heart. The NDP is committed to reducing home care wait time to 5 days. But that's just the beginning. The NDP have a plan that focuses on creating jobs, strengthening the healthcare system, and making life more affordable for all of the residents in this riding. Here in Thornhill, I understand the challenges residents face. I am a commuter who travels to Toronto for my job using public transit. I take the GO train from Langstaff Station every day in Thornhill, which is not only overcrowded, but it's service infrequent. During rush hour, time between trains servicing Thornhill is as high as 90 minutes. If I don't make the train after work by 5:30, the next train does not come until 6:45, and then it's nearly an hour to get home and then make dinner. It's the same in the morning. I have seen people run to the train at 8 a.m. and just miss it, but then the next train is not until 9:26, nearly an hour and a half later. Thornhill residents should be treated much better than this and have a transit system they can rely on. It is important to me that much more be done to remedy this for the commuters of Thornhill. Education is another serious concern of mine. Recently, Ontario's poor math scores have become national news. As a mathematics graduate, it concerns me that our children are not learning the basic math skills to be successful in everyday life. Growing up in York Region, my teachers taught with passion and challenged me throughout school. We owe it to our children to give them the same opportunities we had to succeed in life, which means ensuring the basics are taught in our schools instead of making cuts to the education system as Tim Hudak and the Conservatives are proposing. Looking around this room, I am inspired by the people I have gotten to know in this community and in my NDP family. I am thankful to my husband David for all his love and support. This will be our third election campaign together. Behind every strong woman is a supportive man, and David is my rock. Today in Thornhill, change is possible. It is time for a government that respects people's tax dollars. It is time for a government that stands up for the middle-class families. It is time for a government that makes sense. People feel like they've been ignored by a Liberal government mired in the gas plant, e-health, and orange scandals. The Liberals are trying to escape these scandals by promising the moon and the stars. Families are tired of empty promises. The Conservatives claim to have a plan for Ontarians, but instead of creating 1 million jobs, it will only deliver 1 million cuts. Tim Hudak and the PCs cannot be trusted to deliver for families in Ontario and here in Thornhill. People in Thornhill are going to have a real choice in this election. When Thornhill residents go to the polls to cast their ballot on June 12th, they can elect a new Democrat who will put their needs first and deliver results. Together we can do this, but it will take all of us working together. Spring is upon us, the weather is lovely, and it's a perfect time to go door to door and meet your neighbor. We live in a beautiful, vibrant community, and I'm looking forward to having conversations with many neighbors over the coming months to share the NDP message. In the words of Jack Layton, let us be loving, hopeful, and optimistic, and we'll change the world. Thank you very much.